Hello to all you vacation rental pioneers out there. My name's Matt Landau, and this is Unlocked, the podcast series that introduces you to the world's leading vacation rental innovators by diving deep into one single key, one specific best practice or technique that opened the door and changed the game. Alex Barba is awesome. He was the general manager at BCN Apartments when we recorded this conversation, which is a boutique vacation rental fleet in the middle of Barcelona, Spain. And while he's not there anymore, the way that Alex helped change my perspective on startups and acquisitions and problem solving in our young vacation rental industry, it still whispers at me regularly. It's a creative perspective for any property manager not satisfied with their current software solution. And perhaps more importantly, it's a saving grace for any startups who are starting to doubt that spotlight exit. Here's me and Alex.
My name's Matt Landau, and this is Unlocked. And where are we right now?
So we are in BCN Apartment Rentals in Barcelona, in a building from the 1890 in our welcome area.
And this looks and feels, for those who are not here, not unlike a sort of a chic little cafe. And it smells delicious.
Thank you.
Has that been done on purpose?
It is. I mean, we've been trying to find out how the way to get that smell all around our offices and our apartments, and our housekeeping manager found that product that brought out that smell, and we kind of, all of us liked it. We just tested a few in the past but never found it out, and once we got it, we just use it everywhere.
I've never been into, and now that I've stayed in your vacation rental apartments, I know that you use the same scent in all of them. I've never stayed in a vacation rental business that engineers a smell into the welcome. That's very cool. Introduce yourself.
Okay, so I'm Alex Barba. I'm the general manager of BCN Apartment Rentals and also from B Apartment. I've been here working for a year and a half, and we just manage high-end luxury properties in Barcelona.
And they are absolutely spectacular. I can speak from personal experience.
Thank you.
And you bring to this job a bit of time in hotels.
Correct.
Right? That was how long back?
That was 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. When I was 18, I started working on the hotel industry. I worked as a receptionist, as a guest service manager, front desk manager, and so on, from 3-star limited hotels till a 4-star boutique hotel in Passeig de Gràcia.
And was that, is that an environment in which you felt like you were thriving? Did you like that?
I mean, it's the only thing I've known so far. So I haven't moved a lot from the hotel industry, but I feel kind of like it a lot. Like I'm in my place, and I do love doing that.
And you eventually sort of found your way back into hospitality, right?
Correct.
When you came to work here. And that was what year?
That was in 2 years ago, 2016.
Okay. And what did the company look like at that point?
So they were in kind of a whole change. They just were looking for new managers to take a look to see how all this could be improved to keep growing. Because a few years ago, they decided to stop working all the properties they were managing. They wanted to focus on the high-end ones and give a good service. So they stopped working all that other properties. And
so they dropped off some of the properties. How many?
More than 300.
Wow. So originally they had more than 300.
That's
and
right.
And then they dropped off down to how many?
They started then again with 24.
Wow.
So it was a big change.
A massive change.
It was.
And that was right when you arrived?
No, that was a few years before I got in here. So when I got in here, they were managing 37 properties. And then they were looking for someone to bring new ideas, to kind of settle what we were doing in here so that we could grow again, but just focusing on that high-end properties, giving a really good service.
And at the core of your hotel experience, at the core of most hotel businesses, is some tool, some piece of software almost always, that the organization uses to grow in a way. It's the
Correct.
glue that keeps it all together. And you were faced with a bit of a challenge in this regard with BCN, right?
Correct. Once they got in here, they were using their own system. And then the company, Homely Group, decided to acquire a startup.
When you say they were using their own system?
Yeah, because we had an IT working for us,
Okay.
who developed something really, really easy.
Okay.
I mean, it was kind of an Excel that looked like a software.
Okay.
But then the company decided to invest on that because we were also facing that the industry that we were working in, the vacation rental in here, was not as professional as the hotel was. So we kind of, Homely Group decided that as we had the know-how of how we want things to be managed in BCN Apartment Rentals, they decided to buy this startup and make a property management system that worked for a real property.
And what was the startup?
Bedloop.
Bedloop.
That's it.
Which was what?
There were just a couple of guys that started developing a property management system. They've been working on that for 6-7 months. But we saw the company saw the strength of what they were doing. So we just acquired it. And we were doing regular meetings, me as a general manager and Jordi Miró, who is the manager of Bedloop. We're doing regular meetings on, okay, once I get into the property management system, I want to see that dashboard. I want to see check-in times, whatever. All these things that most of property management systems just acquire from a few meetings with property managers. But this was our daily basis. So
was that pretty cool to have like pretty much a team of magicians who could transform your desires?
I mean, that was amazing. I mean, I was kind of in a dream. Then you see that it's not that beautiful because there are a lot of things that you've never thought of.
Sure.
There's a lot of things that you've never came up with. It's been a real tough but innovative and fun way.
And you began sort of building this thing, and you kept the original team from Bedloop on staff, or that was just for a certain period?
It was just the two of them,
okay.
And then now there are 6 people working on that. So the company today nowadays there are 6 ITs working on that product.
And how do you justify, like, is there income coming off of these investments?
Not now. I mean, Bedloop is now growing. It has now 5 more customers. So it's.
What do you mean customers?
Property managers. So Bedloop has been launched just 3 weeks ago. As a beta, we were the first beta testers, obviously, because we were working on that, creating that and working on it every day. And we just contacted a few companies that could be interested on using our system because we were aware that they were not using anything or that they were looking for something that could match what they needed to optimize their business. And we got in touch with them and they started using it and now they are paying for it. So
wow.
They are happy with it.
I'd like to take a quick moment to share a little vignette that I keep coming back to. And it's the vacation rental movement like a parade that's coming through town. As independent owners and managers, we can either jump in and join the action, or we can watch it pass by. And as you can hear from this conversation, joining in on the parade means innovating, adopting new technology, and doing things that haven't been done before. This podcast would not be possible without the support of Point Central, a company that epitomizes innovation. Their property automation services like smart locks and smart thermostats allow us to focus on the highest value jobs, in the process delivering a more seamless experience to the people that we work with. Head over to pointcentral.com/VRMB to learn more. That's pointcentral.com/VRMB. Thanks to the Point Central team for their leading role in our proud vacation rental parade. Now let's get back to the show.
They're happy with it. And all of a sudden, you now have something to offer to other managers who, with whom maybe you have worked with in the past. And you actually transitioned this into sort of an organized collection of sorts, right?
Correct.
These other managers?
Correct. The thing is that back in three years ago, we started BCN Apartment, in which customers from us in BCN Apartment Rentals look for properties like ours, but in different places. So we try to find out property managers in Madrid and in other destinations that our guests were asking for. And so we started kind of a relationship. And then we use that as well as an extra for a Bedloop customer, for a Bedloop user that we are developing now. And all our Bedloop's managers will be able to share their properties in order to maximize, obviously, their income. So, because they will not only be able to sell their properties, they will be able also to rent or sell the other owners' properties.
And complementary properties. It's not like any conflict of interest.
That's right. That's the good thing of it, because I don't know, for example, we are managing luxury apartments in Barcelona, and I've got guests that might be interested in renting luxury properties in Madrid, luxury properties in Paris. So that deal is really easy because I'm just offering someone who will never met this guest. Maybe it will be hard for them to find it out. I'm offering them the opportunity to find a guest that is interested in their property and through an easy way. If we replicate that, we might think of properties that are, I don't know, eco properties in the Northern Pyrenees, that maybe in the Black in Germany or in the Alps or whatever. They might be interested in properties like this, but in other destinations, so they can start sharing their properties so that they can share their customers and in a really easy.
And how many other managers are currently in this loop, if
well,
you will?
In Bed Loop, we just have now 5, but in B Apartment, we are trying to move all these B Apartment managers to Bed Loop, which nowadays we count with 30 property managers. So we're trying to move them and ask them to start using Bed Loop. But it's something that it's going to grow. First of all, we're going to grow that in Spain.
So you've almost created, like, you were faced with a challenge, and in order to solve it, you created your own software solution. You then almost created your own closed circuit network.
That's right, because we found it hard. For example, luxury companies, they kind of only had different places where to book. Luxury brings a lot of service behind because there's no one really looking for going on a website, buy without asking. So if you have a customer that is happy with your services and you are offering now another property, they're going to trust you.
And do the reservation managers know the other properties pretty well?
We try to visit most of them. We also have a deep look at their business, how it's going, to see if they can become a good partner for B Apartment, so that the product that we offer to our customers in BCN, we make sure it's a great deal once they get there.
So I'm going to try to summarize what I've just learned, and please correct me if I miss anything.
Okay.
As a property management agency, you were faced with the challenge of a software issue because you had sort of cobbled together your own thing and none of the other products on the market necessarily worked. And so you actually acquired a startup in the software field, and you began working very closely with them to tailor their product to your needs.
Right.
You then took that sort of newly created product and began offering it to other managers who you were either already doing business with or wanted to do business with.
Correct.
In an effort to create something of a circuit, a closed circuit of partners of the same quality.
Correct.
And what I take away here is that that partnership group could specialize in anything, whether it's a geographical region such as Spain, a special interest type of collection such as pet-friendly vacation rentals or surf-friendly vacation rentals. And also, there's so many startups that maybe don't have the ability to reach that next step. This could be a solution for them too, to get acquired by an organization who could slightly pivot their product in order to curate their own solution. Is that roughly right?
That was the idea. First of all, professionalize the vacation rental industry here in Spain, because there are a lot of property managers that are still managing all their properties through a spreadsheet. So it's kind of hard for them to optimize they don't even know that they can optimize that easy their properties, and then create that close partnership that you talked about. It makes it easier. Once we develop the channel manager, this will let all property managers from Bed Loop to get in touch one with each other, so that they can create these inner circuits for each of them if they are interested in it. They don't have to if they don't want to, but there's an opportunity to grow their business, to offer a better service to their customers, because it's a way they can make sure that once they have a customer, a branded customer, if you can give them more than what the others can, that's another value to your business.
And my other huge takeaway from that is that you didn't wait for a solution to fall into your lap and solve your problems for you.
No, the thing is that we've been in here for more than 10 years. We've tested all of them. We've tried all of them. And we knew that the only way to make sure that we had what we wanted to is by making it ourselves.
Mad scientist you are.
No, it's the whole group idea. It's our CEO, Xavier Robert, who's behind all that. Jordi Miró from Bed Loop, who's the IT that makes it all possible, because we might have Xavi and I meet every day to see what we need to make it better, to optimize our daily operations. And we are all day keeping on thinking where we can improve, what we can be what solution can we give to all daily problems that we experience as property managers.
And as a guest, I can say that the final product is a seamless one.
Thank you so much.
I think that's the ultimate compliment.
That's what we try to, yeah.
And thank you. That was
Thanks
awesome.
a lot. Pleasure.
And to close, just a quick reminder of who made this episode possible. It's Point Central, the property automation experts of our industry. Head over to pointcentral.com/VRMB to learn more. And when you use that page, you'll become eligible for free HVAC analytics, which tells managers when the HVAC starts to misbehave before our guests get upset. This also makes property owners happy by taking care of the problem before it becomes too expensive. And if you're feeling cheerful, please also consider writing us a quick review in your podcast app. We read every single one of them, and we pass them along to our esteemed guests. This industry is growing up quickly, my friends. This industry is unlocked.